The year was 2491, and humanity had long since left the cradle of Earth. Out among the stars, entire civilizations of men and machines carved empires from dust and starlight. But beyond the Orion Belt, in a region known as the Umbral Verge, lay something older, something vast and unspeakably intelligent. The Varkesh Dominion, an alien empire that stretched across 9 galaxies, had crushed countless species beneath their taloned feet. Their queen, Azare the Infinite Broodmother, had ruled for 10 millennia. To her, humanity was nothing but another upstart race destined to burn. That was before she met Captain Elias Rowan of the Terran Vanguard. The last stand at Carthy 9. The war began with silence. One by one, the colonies near the verge went dark. No distress calls, no wreckage, just the quiet swallowing of entire worlds. When probes returned nothing, the Terran Vanguard sent fleets. None came back. Carthy 9 was the last human stronghold before the verge itself. A desert world, dry as bone and rich in ore, it was home to a single fortress city, where refugees and soldiers huddled under a copper sky. The Varkesh came at dawn, their ships like great obsidian wings blotting out the sun. Rowan stood atop the fortress walls, watching as thousands of spined warforms crawled across the dunes. He'd been a soldier for 20 years, had fought pirates in the Belt and rebels on Titan, but he'd never seen anything like them. Each creature was a living engine of war, armored in chitin, carrying weapons that pulsed with a sickly living light. The humans' plasma cannons opened fire. Beams of blue energy tore across the sand, vaporizing hundreds of attackers. Still the swarm advanced undeterred. "Captain!" Lieutenant Mara Vance shouted over the comms. "We're being overrun at the western ridge." "Hold your ground," Rowan ordered calmly. "Fall back only when you can't fire anymore. Make them earn every meter." Even in the chaos, his voice never wavered. By nightfall, half the city was ash and glass. When the command bunker finally collapsed, Rowan didn't retreat. Instead, he led a small strike team into the heart of the enemy swarm, toward the pulse of an alien beacon said to connect directly to their queen. If humanity was to die, he would make sure Azare looked into human eyes before she erased them. To the chamber of the Broodmother. The beacon's signal led them deep beneath the sands, into a world that breathed. Walls of black flesh pulsed with crimson veins, and air shimmered with heat and rot. They moved through tunnels shaped like the insides of colossal beasts until they reached the chamber of the Broodmother. She awaited them there. Azare was enormous, her body a writhing cathedral of muscle and bone. Her countless eyes glowed with the color of dying suns. Behind her, billions of eggs pulsed in vats of biofluid, birthing the next generation of her empire. "You come here, small creature," she hissed, her voice echoing in the minds of all who heard it. "Your kind burns. Your ships fall. Your worlds rot. Why do you come?" Rowan stepped forward through the steaming mist. His armor was cracked, his weapon drained, his body bleeding from wounds that should have killed him hours ago. Still, his eyes burned with something far older than fear. "To look you in the eye," he said. Azare's vast head tilted. "You are not a god. You're meat. Do you think your courage matters in the face of eternity?" "Maybe not," Rowan said. "But it matters to me." He leveled his weapon. The creature laughed, a sound like grinding metal. "Your weapon is dead." Rowan holstered it. "Then I'll fight you with my hands." And he meant it. Something in that defiance rippled through the chamber. The alien queen, who had devoured civilizations, who had watched planets weep, felt a flicker of something she had not felt in 1,000 years. "Unis," She peered into the human's mind and recoiled. Inside there was no submission, no fear. Only memories of oceans, sunsets, laughter, loss, and an unbreakable resolve that glowed brighter than any star. "What are you?" she whispered. Rowan took a step closer, unarmed, unafraid. "Human." Her countless eyes dilated. For the first time in her reign, the brood mother trembled. 3. The spark of defiance. The queen reached out with a psychic claw, intending to crush his mind. But when her power touched his consciousness, she saw the faces of the dead. His crew, his friends, his family. She saw what drove him. Not conquest, not hate, but the simple will to stand when no one else could. Her mind faltered. The psychic bond wavered. Rowan activated the beacon's core, overloading its reactor. "If humanity dies," he said softly, "we die standing." The chamber erupted in blinding white light. For aftermath. 3 days later, a scout ship from the Terran vanguard found Carthy 9. The swarm was gone. The desert was glass. In the ruins of the alien hive, they found nothing alive, save for the charred remains of Captain Rowan's armor and a fragment of alien chitin, fused into the metal like a scar. Soon after, across the verge, the Varkesh withdrew. Their fleets abandoned entire sectors. No one knew why. Some said their queen had died. Others said she had seen something in humanity that had shaken her to her core. Centuries later, explorers discovered a single alien transmission, endlessly repeating through the void. Its translation read, "Why do you stand so fearless, human? Even the queen who devours stars trembled at your gaze." The legacy of the fearless. Elias Rowan became a legend, a symbol not of victory, but of defiance. Monuments rose on every colony, carved with the words he spoke before his final act. "We stand." Generations later, when humans met new species and new threats, they carried his memory like a torch. For every soldier who faced the unknown, every explorer who stepped into darkness, there echoed the story of one man who looked into the eyes of a god and did not blink. In the annals of galactic history, the Varkesh are remembered as an ancient terror that vanished without reason. Only humanity knows the truth, that their queen met a man who refused to kneel. And in that refusal, she saw her empire's end. Epilogue. Far beyond known space, in the dark heart of the verge, something stirs. Among the ruins of the hive, a spark glows, faint, human. The ancient queen's voice, once monstrous, whispers softly into the emptiness. "I saw you, Elias Rowan. You showed me fear, not for my death but for your courage. I thought myself eternal, yet now I envy you, for you are mortal and unbroken." And in the silence of that dead world, the legend of the fearless human endures, an echo in the dark, a flame that no alien god could ever extinguish.